I had a call from someone who wanted to take his dad from the hospital home because he was terminally diagnosed, and he said, "Can you help me with the delivery of the car as early as possible?" Somebody wanted it for the wedding that they wanted it, and we tried to organize it differently. So I think the star resonates a lot of emotions, and therefore it's a highly involved purchase. When you say the purchasing time, it's around 45 odd days from the time you start first deciding to the time you close on an
Oh, is it?
average basis. We have bought it down. What we have also done, interestingly, and India was one of the first market to do that in the world. Now it's also being done. It's also a case study in our management books. We have changed the entire business model of retailing. So traditionally, if you have ever bought cars, you must have surely done purchases. You go to a dealer, the dealer will push you whatever stock he has, and he tries to sell you any car, a car or a product. And that's because the traditional industry OEMs push car to a dealer, dealer pushes to the customer, and the word is push.
Yeah.
In this entire thing, the dealer tends to give all his margin also sometimes because of intra-dealer competition, because a customer is shopping in multiple, he's decided I'll buy an X car, but he goes to three partners, tries to get the best deal, and then the dealer thinks, let me now swindle him in service. So because, and that's the reason when the many of the brands, when you go to service, the bills are inflated because there the dealer is trying to make money out of service. The customer is very happy, I got a great deal and discount, but at the time of service, they are being swindled. We, during
Wow.
COVID, actually, me and my ex-colleague Martin, we said that if you want to do luxury business in India, we have to take this out because, I had one of the dealer calling me saying, Santosh, my own father-in-law is upset with me. I said, why? He came to me, I gave him my margin, I gave him the best price, but my co-dealer, he actually has even gone below the pricing and he has offered. But I said that your father-in-law should have trusted you. That's a different issue and bought it. But then we changed the model. What we do today is the entire inventory of Mercedes-Benz India. We made dealers as agent. The entire quotation invoicing happens out of one central system across India. We have discounts, but it's standardized. There are no handling fees. Like, in all the other invoices, even a two-wheeler, you will see handling charges, which is nothing but not the right way to
Way to pad the
charge a
price.
customer. But we have taken all that out, made it fully transparent, and a car as a stock. So today, most of the dealers will sell what they have in stock. Red car, they will say, red is the best color for you. Today, even if you like the green and the green is not available, at our cost, we will take the car from anywhere in our pool and give it to you. It's all online. It's available in the iPad of the sales consultant. And this in the last 4 years has fundamentally transformed. We call it
This is
retail of the
D2C.
future is D2C. We are the only brand in India doing D2C.
Your
And now
D2C brands, all 19,000 cars are D2C?
all 19,000. There's no other model that we run in India. And therefore, after
Man, that's
this,
crazy.
Australia went live with this. I am happy to say Germany went live last year with the same model. India was one of the pilot markets that we started this. And today, Korea is going live now, I think this month. And Australia, many markets, Thailand, Malaysia, you name it, we are now adopting. Because this is, I think, when you talk
Wow.
about luxury, what the customer needs is peace of mind and the best price. So the best price is given by the system, also based on, suppose there's a large corporate employee and we give corporate discount. It's all applied. So it's a very transparent mechanism, no haggling.
I see that in the culture here at the organization, like even the safety in the factory or the way, you talk about the product. You spoke a little bit about how you have to make sure that people who are repairing, the technicians, the engineers, um, that how they have to not be desensitized to the fact that the car is for them maybe a machine, but for someone else is almost like a family member.
So,
That's very interesting.
in my stint as customer services director here, and I was heading customer services, I did my town halls and I used to meet these technicians and we have three levels: a maintenance technician, certified systems technician, and a diagnostic engineer. I used to say diagnostic engineer is an MD, the systems technician is an MBBS, and maybe the maintenance technician is now slowly trying to get into a doctorate degree because they are diagnosing the car. And today the car is a mechatronics, and some cars are pure electric, but still it has mechanical components. So you just don't need a mechanical engineer. You need an electronics mind, plus amount of software codes are equivalent to the rocket which went to space today.
Correct.
Including the telematics and many topics. So you need very skilled people to first diagnosis. Okay, then all the else follows. Here we have a challenge because what happens is, we service in a month 20,000 odd cars, which comes to our workshop for servicing and repairs. But, I told them, hey guys, in hospitals when we go, many a times we see Doctors are busy, they are trying to do their best job, but at the same time, they see patients every day. And everybody has some problem. Their relatives are equally concerned, but the doctor has to treat a lot of patients, and this at times lose the sensitivity of a death or even of a critical issue, because they are treating it very professionally.
For them, it's a number.
It's a number,
Yeah.
and it's a very transaction for them as such, most of the times, and for most of them. But in the same case, in cars, if you see, again, I come back to the cultural Indian context. People buy cars, they put some idols of God there. India is the only country where we do puja of cars. Actually, once a year, you put the mala during Navratri, Dashara,
Break
you
a
worship
coconut.
it. Also, many a times, people, when they start the car, they pray to God, and then they start their
Yeah.
day. So it's a very personal. It's your baby. It's an extended member of the family. That
Correct.
goes back to your question: how do families are interacted? Because they are actually selecting a member of their family when they are making this family member. Now you are dropping into a workshop for 1 or 2 days, and you want it to be taken care. So if you don't have that kind of a feeling, and you are just taking it as a machine, maybe your diagnosis quality, maybe the way, simple things, you must have done the best job, but you have not given the car washed properly back to the customer.
Correct.
The customer will feel you have not done the job. He is not bothered oil and tire, and he is bothered, I want my clean baby back. And
Correct.
this is the baby where my heart and emotions are lying. But actually, we are also in people business. I have 2,000 people working in India in retail. And these people, to get that kind of emotions to the brand, they love the brand. There's no doubt about it. But on a daily basis, to remind them that you are handling a baby as good as what doctors do in hospitals, and please take care of them. So we have some distance to go there for sure. But I think the culture is what important. So we are trying to build that culture of sensitizing. KPIs are one. You have all the ratios, that, this, turnaround time. But I think it's beyond that, and to give that sense of pride to the customer and take care of the car like his baby, and deliver it back as a new car as far as possible.
Amazing. You're speaking, Santosh, about the D2C model, and it's never been done before. And you convert dealers from being inventory stockists and financiers of
Correct.
the product to agents of sale and service.
Correct.
Right? So that standardizes the price, but also gives people lesser flexibility to sell. But did you so there would obviously be, I think, some teething issues where sales would have had some friction, etc. How did you take that as a CEO?
So,
Or
there's
did
a
that not
lot
happen
of
at all?
issues. Let me tell you, there was a lot of issues. There was a point of time when we did the transition. I still remember October 21, 4 years back, when we did the transition. It came to a time where I had to take over the command center. We used to run this entire, because it's a change management process, right? Sales consultants to everyone. So the success lied first in involving them at an early stage. So in this entire change management process, we sold them why it is important, why we need to do this transition, and we had to get their buy-in. Secondly, in designing IT systems, we had again, but things don't go as per plan, be it IT systems, be it processes, be it what, because we were experimenting from a
first
clean
time.
slate, there was no precedence. So it went southwards completely.
Oh, is it?
I had the first month where we, in the peak month, I think October was Diwali.
And you went
in
from
21.
Model A to Model B overnight, or did you did
Overnight, one stop in October, we said the switch off, switch on.
Are you serious?
Yes, because there is nothing called half pregnancy in my view. And then you keep struggling, and then customer is also more confused. Some cars are available at discount, but some cars are not available at
That's true.
this car I can get you, but not that car.
So you put
this car.
everything on
So
hold.
everything we bought back. If at all any stock was there, we bought back. But otherwise, we ended up in a situation where dealers came into zero stock, and then we did a transition with a full stock
And
of inventory.
how long had you been CEO by this point?
No, I was head of sales and marketing that time.
Oh, you were
I was
not the CEO by
the
that.
CEO. Yeah, the
Oh.
CEO was Martin Schwenk that time, and
So must have been
we
very
both were
courageous
closely
for
working
for
on
him,
this.
right?
So that's what when this leap of faith, there were only two people in that room who said we should do this.
You and
At
Martin.
that time, I was one, yeah, along with him, and we both, and he believed in the team. That's why I keep saying that the sign of a good leader is also belief in the team. He said, Santosh, you can pull off. We said we will do it. But then I think that was 1.5 years back before we went live, when there was no. But my job was first let me convince the team why this is better. That's why I said the only reason why somebody should buy from A to B is service. Who gave me the best test drive experience? Who reached to me faster? So if I call three partners, who came to me? What is because I never owned a Mercedes-Benz in the past. First time I am buying. As a consumer, you don't know what model I am running. So I'll call up 2, 3 partners, check all price. who is giving me the better input, which sales consultant is coming to me giving better knowledge, better, and that will determine which partner should I buy and continue my future with. So the portability that we have given for consumers, and that puts a competition among our franchisee partners, because then they need to perform to keep the customer. And so the design of the model brings customer centricity.
Wow.
The design of the traditional model will never bring customer centricity, because it will be more transaction price, and the dealer will then try to make money out of handling charges. He will have hidden
Service.
money because customer looks at discount. Okay, I'm getting 10 lakh discount, but actually somebody is taking 1 lakh from you, 3 lakhs in insurance. They are trying to make money from X, Y,
Other
Z.
things.
So it is
Yeah.
not the most congenial setup. But if you ask any partner of ours today, will they go back to the earlier model?
They won't.
I can confidently say here, not one will want to go back to the earlier model.
You have taken away the like the risk of financing it, no?
Exactly. Because they were all pledging their houses and properties to get loans, and the banks used to be laughing their way, because of sales pressure, OEMs will push the stock to the dealer, and then they want them to throw to the market. This is the kind of slangs used in the automotive industry. Maybe in FMCG, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. FICO.
Yeah.
So usme the brand goes for a toss. Maybe good for premium and mass, but not appropriate for a brand, a luxury brand,
Mercedes,
where consumers are getting. We had cases where two brothers in the family had got different prices in the past, in the same family. They don't stay together, but they bought a car at some different points of time, and they got, and they were not happy. It was not the amount. It may be a 1 lakh difference, but they said, why should I get 1 lakh less than my brother who got better? This is the issue with this haggling, discount management, and other topics.
So mal thok do. Mal thok do is what.
So month end you send, and then dealer अपना रास्ता ढूंढेगा. Dealer कौन सा, what can he do except
He
discount?
can't. Dealer is not able to generate demand, right?
Exactly.
He's and then you will see bad behavior.
And at some point, then it leads to non-compliant behavior. Sometimes when you run incentives to declare retail, the dealer then says, okay, fine, this month you want me to declare 100, I will do. The cars are still standing, but the real world is something else. So all these practices, which is, and recognition of sale can only happen when you transfer the risk as per clear guideline. So today for us, a sale recognition will only happen when not we have invoiced, but even an insurance cover note and a customer has signed saying I'm taking delivery. So we are not doing anything, and that's all system driven again. So we have no cars which we have built, not delivered, or not done, and all that. So we have come out of and much cleaner business, but it's tough. You have to generate demand, as you rightly said. That's a big pressure. But I think the products are great. Our franchisee partners also do a great job in trying to do that. They have learned through the system. But yeah, there is frustration. Sometimes sales guys coming from other brands, they feel very tough to do here. Because there they have their discount lever, right? Here that's not the case. And quick sale is what a sales guy loves generally. So he says, okay, when I join Mercedes-Benz, it's a bit tougher because I have to sell the product and the brand and the experience and not just the discount.
You think it's powerful, right? Like if you tell a customer that I can't, like there's just no discount, it's a fixed price. It's a little disappointing, but I think over a period of time, I think it just creates high trust environment.
It happened. I had a lot of customer letters also saying, how can you say this? So we have retention and loyalty programs as well. So for our current customers, we give, but it's transparent. Again, if we are giving 50,000 rupees on a car, you get 50,000 for all existing customers of Mercedes-Benz, or an interest rate waiver. If you are a current, you get it for everyone. So that gives them confidence. But at the time of sale, they still haggle, because everybody wants to still find the best price and the best stuff, and then they try, and then the core pitch is X is offering Y, Z is offering X, and that's a difficult argument always. But I think if you believe in the product and the brand and the story, you can still, and there are customers understand it over a period of time.